When you talk about the firewalls, you'll find different vendors. You generally find the ASA, FTD, FortiGate, Checkpoint, Palo Alto, so forth. Even you have Juniper have their own firewalls. So every vendor have their own firewalls. And especially with the market, the firewalls, we cannot specifically say Cisco is a leader because in terms of routing and switching or the routers and switches, Cisco leads the market. Of course, quite expensive as well. So most of the companies look for alternative, cost-effective solutions where you can go with. So the ASA is the initial firewall, which was introduced by Cisco. Before it was Cisco PIX. PIX was the original company which was acquired by Cisco. Then later on released with Cisco ASA. Now the ASA is also kind of end of life where it will be replaced with Cisco Firepower. The Firepower or the FTD firewalls. Firepower threat defense, that's what another name. We call it as the defense file. But basically, it's a firepower. So Cisco enters into the market by acquiring the company called SourceFire. There was a company called SourceFire, which was acquired by Cisco, which was offering next generation firewall features and next generation IPS. We'll talk about these acquisitions. Now, also you'll find different vendors. So basically, we're not going to focus on any of the other vendors. But in general, when we talk about the firewalls, you may find any of the firewalls. So if you are new to the firewall technologies, let's say if you're doing for the first time, then basically learning any one firewall at the expert level will automatically help you to manage any other firewalls. Because once you're through with one firewall, like let's say if you already learned the ASA, ASA is different because the ASA mostly we do a little bit on CLI, GUI, these options. But when you talk about this FTD, FortiGate, these are all next generation firewalls, Checkpoint or Alto, this. So they all will be managed from the graphical interface. So all the firewalls will have the common concepts. So the concepts remains the same. So basically, no difference in the concepts, not much difference. There will be some, which means once you learn any one firewall, you will verify any one firewall, which means you have the core concepts ready with you, which means Now, once you know the core concepts, which means now you can automatically learn, or you can it becomes very easy for you to start with any other firewall. So whenever you want to plan any other firewall, it becomes very easy for you because the only thing you need to understand is the graphical interface and the options and the configurations, how to do, because you already know the concepts. Okay. The policies, the default behaviors, because every firewall have the default behaviors will be different. Like in the case of FortiGate, you have to enable some services. In the case of FTD, it is different. In the case of ASA, the behaviors will be different. So once you understand the difference in the behaviors, then it becomes easy. So normally, if you are learning firewalls, then basically any two firewalls or three firewalls or something always a good handy, because when you're working for any IT solution companies or most of the organizations may not stick to one vendor. So that's something. So especially when you are pushing your profile as a network security engineer, then it's recommended to have at least 2 to 3 firewalls. So you can learn in the future. I'm not saying right now, but any one firewall, you need to have in-depth skills with a good experience so that it makes it automatically easy for you to move on to the next firewall. Okay. So that's how it is going to be in terms of firewall. So that's the reason we generally suggest to have multi-vendor or multi-firewall programs, which will help you to expertise. Because when you apply for any organization, they might be using a Checkpoint, or they might be using a Palo Alto, they might be using FortiGate. So not compulsory to know all, but at least two. If you learn any two firewalls, it becomes easy automatically to manage the third or the fourth firewall vendor. Through some learnings, you can automatically do that. That's something what the firewall. So let's get back to the firewall concepts. Yeah, any questions up? Now, when it comes to the lab specifically, if you're practicing any of the firewall labs, any vendor firewall, this is something minimum, like i7 with 32 GB RAM. That's the recommended or the minimum configurations. Anything more than that, that's always good. And one of the issue with the laptops, most of the laptops do not support the VM integration. So generally there will be VM issues with all the vendors, almost all the laptops because of the compact. So typically if it supports, so mostly it's recommended to have some servers. Means if you are going for CCIE or any advanced labs, either you can use the refurbished servers. You'll find some refurbished servers for less than $800 to $900 or something like that. You can get those servers and you can use them with 128 to 6 GB RAM like that. So this is something kind of one-time investment, or that's something you can do. And on the top of it, you can run the EVNG or GNS3 tools to run the labs. That's something you can also plan out. These are the options. But again, there will be some limitations, especially with the laptops. The VM integration issues will be always there due to their behavior of the operating system or the hardware, those kind of issues. But if you have this configuration, that's something recommended, minimum configuration.